Hi all. Hey gone. No, I'm not dead. And no, the coronavirus hasn't got me yet. Well, doesn't seem like it has, because I don't have any symptoms yet. But who knows? Doing all that's possible to keep healthy, washing hands, using sanitizers, staying home as far as possible, social distancing, you know all these buzzwords. I'm sure you're all doing the same as well. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. The video series on converting the overseas driving license is done and dusted. But I'm still talking about licensing today. This time, it's a quick short video on converting a driving license interstate, specifically Victoria to New South Wales. If you did watch the videos on my drive test, the one that I failed spectacularly and then the one I passed, I mentioned that there would be a move to Sydney happening pretty soon. So that one did go through, and here I am in bright and sunny Sydney. Getting my hard-earned Victorian driver license converted was one of the first things that I did here. Well, after finding rental accommodation, because you do need an NSW address for the license application. Now, this conversion process is very simple and straightforward compared to the laborious task of converting an overseas license. In simple words, you just show up at the service center, fill up a form, and boom, you're good to go. Nice and easy. Let me share some details. You're actually okay to drive your other state license for the first 3 months you're here in NSW. But you cannot and should not do beyond that. So it makes sense to get the processing done at the earliest if you're moved for good. RMS or Roads and Maritime Services under the Transport for NSW is the equivalent body to Vic Roads here. That deals with your licensing, vehicle rego, etc. And the service NSW offices would be your service touchpoints. So this web page and the table on it will give you a lot of the information and answer most of the questions you may have. A peculiar problem that I faced was this. I held an unrestricted full license in Victoria. Great, but it was only a month old. According to this table, I qualify for a full license in NSW only if I had held it for more than 3 years. On digging deeper, I found out that by proving my overseas driving experience, this clause gets accepted and I could qualify for the full NSW license. Second problem was with the issue date. My Victorian license didn't show any issue date. It just had the expiry date, which was about 10 years away. I had talked to the service centers at Vic Roads and RMS to confirm if there was any additional paperwork I would need to produce. They both confirmed a negative, so that was that. Next step is to fill in this license application form. You could walk into a Service NSW center and fill up on the spot. No appointments required. As a standard practice, you would need to prove your identity and local address. Passport, visa, Medicare card, bank account statement, tenancy agreement, or whatever floats your boat. Also, be sure to carry your interstate driving license and the overseas driving license if you do not have a 3-year experience, all in originals. And then just get the processing done. It's all free, and RMS will match the expiry date of your interstate license for up to 10 years. If you are in the 21 to 44 year age group. For me, there was another minor hiccup along the way. Perhaps because it was such a fresh new license, So the service agent was not able to retrieve my license data from VicRoads. So I was asked to come back in 3 days. I did, and it then went ahead, no dramas. From then on, some very familiar steps. I got a paper receipt with the license details. A photo was taken, and then the license came through Ozpost within a week. Nice and easy. So that is the car driving license sorted out. Next up on the channel, I'll share some car buying guidelines. Yes, people have managed to buy a car. Pretty glad about it. Only problem is that I can't drive it around too much because of this fucking virus and its related restrictions. Anyway, car buying details and tips will follow on the channel. Now that we are all confined to our homes, hopefully I'll be more regular with the uploads. Until the next time, stay safe everyone, stay positive. Together, we're gonna beat the crap out of this virus. Wash your hands often and see you next time. Cheers.